Will the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl in 2016? Based on the level of productivity that the Dallas Cowboys have put forth so far this year, they've given us no reason to believe they will not represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. The Dallas Cowboys dominated the football landscape, rolling off wins against star-studded teams such as the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Baltimore Ravens, Green Bay Packers, Cincinnati Bengals, Bucks, Washington Redskins, and many, many more. And in doing so, their rookie quarterback and rookie running back, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, have performed like veterans and have actually outperformed many of the other stars at their positions this year. Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott have performed like MVPs this year, and at this point, the race is not even close. Dak Prescott, rookie quarterback out of Mississippi State, has 3,400 yards on the season, as well as 20 TDs and 4 INTs. He has a 103.2 passer rating, which is third in the league, only behind Matt Ryan and Tom Brady. And he also has a 67.7 completion percentage, which is second. Not only that, he ranks second in the league in QBR at 81.5, just slightly behind veteran quarterback Matt Ryan, who has a QBR of 81.8. While Dak Prescott has led the Dallas Cowboys to a 12-2 record, he couldn't have done this without his star-studded running back out of Ohio State, Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott has 1,500 rush yards on the season, as well as 13 TDs. His rushing yards actually leads the league, and he's projected to get about 1,800 yards depending on how he does in his next 2 games. With that being said, this guy's just a straight-up beast. This guy hits the hole unlike any other running back in the league, and not only that, he has top-end breakaway speed that makes him, quite frankly, a top 2 running back in this league and one of the most dangerous threats that we've seen probably in the past few years in the NFL. Dallas Cowboys offensive line is functioning like the best group of offensive linemen in the entire NFL, providing gaping holes for Ezekiel Elliott to run through and providing a perfect pocket for Dak Prescott to throw in, which is why they have had so much success thus far during the NFL season. If this were any other team in the NFL that were putting up numbers like this, that had a record such as 12-2, then they would automatically be considered the team to beat. They'd be considered the Super Bowl favorite. But because it's the Dallas Cowboys, there's always a catch, there's always a caveat, there's always doubters, there's always naysayers, and there's always people that want to see the Dallas Cowboys lose. The only knock that anyone can even create against the Dallas Cowboys this year is the fact that they lost to the New York Giants twice. But what I want to do is quickly analyze those 2 losses, because I think it is very unfair to hold those 2 losses against the Dallas Cowboys and to take Dak Prescott out of the MVP conversation because he had these 2 losses. What I think is very important to consider is that, one, yes, the Dallas Cowboys lost to the Giants twice, but that first loss was Dak Prescott's first start in the NFL, a league that which he had not been familiar with. First time playing quarterback, and he might not have been ready, so I give him a pass for that first loss, though it was at home. Second loss to the Dallas Cowboys, which happened just 2 weeks ago. Cowboys lost by a score of 10-3, but that game was in New York, so I cannot fault them for losing a game in New York. When the playoffs come around and when the Cowboys have home field advantage against the New York Giants, there is no doubt in my mind that they will handle business and that they will handle the Giants soundly. It's also important to keep in mind that Dez Bryant had a key and pivotal fumble in the last game that the Cowboys played against the Giants. If Dez Bryant does not have that fumble, the Cowboys quite possibly could drive down the field and win that game. So I just want people to remember that the Cowboys had a serious chance to win that game, and when they do play the New York Giants next time, if it is in the playoffs, Cowboys should be winning that. So let's just get things straight just for a second, okay? Dallas Cowboys have a star quarterback in Dak Prescott, a star running back in Ezekiel Elliott, star offensive linemen that are just creating gaping holes and creating perfect pockets for the quarterback and running back. And they've beaten pretty much every team in the NFL, including big names like the Steelers, Bengals, Ravens, and Bucks. But they still have their doubters and naysayers. It doesn't make much sense, but I'll tell you why. If they do lose, I'll tell you why the Cowboys will lose, and I'll tell you who that person is that will make them lose. The Cowboys honestly should make it to the Super Bowl this year. If not, they should win it. But the only thing stopping the Dallas Cowboys right now is the pressure that's being put on the shoulders of their star quarterback, Dak Prescott, by the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. Every test that Dak Prescott was given this year, he's come forth and delivered a win. He's come forth and dominated. He's come forth and produced for his team. And still, he had to hear talks about Tony Romo in the back. He still had to hear talks about, oh, will Tony Romo be the starter? He still had to hear talks, oh, is Tony Romo the better quarterback? Cowboys haven't had a season this good at all when they had Tony Romo. And now that they have Dak Prescott, we're still hearing about Tony Romo for some reason. We're still hearing about him from the media. We're still hearing about him from the Cowboys, and we're still hearing about him from the owner of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, which is completely unfair to the rookie quarterback, Dak Prescott. If there is anything that's going to result to the Cowboys' undoing, it's that built-up pressure that comes with being the star quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. If there's a kryptonite that can break these supermen, which are the Dallas Cowboys, that can break them down, it's that foolish owner, Jerry Jones, and all the talking that he's been doing. So I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but over the weekend, Jerry Jones's grandson actually won the high school state title for Texas in AT&T Stadium, which is the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. And he sat in the press box with Tony Romo, which caused even more friction and talks to happen. At this point, we know and fully understand that Jerry Jones supports Tony Romo. That's his guy. Jerry Jones took a chance on Tony Romo. And Jerry Jones wants to win the Super Bowl with Tony Romo and not Dak Prescott. Jerry Jones hates the fact that Dak Prescott is this good and that he's led the team this far and has made the team this better, in a way that Tony Romo never could. Now, I've never been much of a Dallas Cowboys fan. With that being said, it's always been fun to, follow the Cowboys, fun to talk about them, fun to see all the controversies that have been going on with them over the years. But this is the first year where they have players that are likable, players that I want to root for, and players that I want to see win. Dak Prescott, I want to see you win, man. I want to see you win games, and I want to see you get to the Super Bowl, all right? There's no reason why you can't do it, and with the talent that I've seen you produce this year, man, I know you can do it, Dak. And with Ezekiel Elliott behind you running the ball the way that he has been, I know that he can perform as well, and that you guys can possibly go all the way. Only thing stopping you is that foolish owner, Jerry Jones. Dak, don't let him stop you. Perform, ball out, play the ball that you know how to play. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Welcome to Golden Standard Sports.